Walden Pond Press and Harper Audio present Riley's Ghost by John David Anderson. Performed by Lillie Ricciardi. To every kid who feels like they'll never get out. To learn what we fear is to learn who we are. Shirley Jackson, The Haunting of Hill House. 1. Riley Flynn refused to make the cut. Sure, it was already dead, but she wasn't about to mutilate it further, impaling its feet with sharp pins, stretching its spindly legs to the corners, exposing its leathery belly to the glinting blade. She knew others around her secretly relished the thought of splaying it, teasing out the organs, slicing its shriveled stomach to see if they could find any leftovers from its last meal. She could see it in their eyes. Sadists. Barbarians. 7th graders. They would poke and prod, making faces as they severed its aorta and stabbed it repeatedly in the heart. They would laugh and squeal and fake gag, despite everything they'd been told about self-control, enacting their age, and respecting the scientific enterprise. But not her. Riley had gotten out of it. There was a Northridge Middle School permission slip with "My son/daughter does not want to participate" checked off, and the Amanda Flynn scrawled on the line beneath looked close enough to her mother's real signature to pass. It looked like the other signatures the school had on file, at least. On permission slips and missing homework forms, on detention slips and on tardy notices, of which there were some. Riley had learned to perfectly imitate her mother's rushed A's, lolling N's, and flourishing capital F. It was a talent of hers. If this whole middle school student thing didn't work out, she figured she could always drop out and find work as a check forger. And some days, this middle school student thing really felt like it wasn't working out. "Today we start our dissections," Mr. Bardum said, clearing his throat to get the class's attention. Mr. Boredom, as some kids, not her, had dubbed him, was wearing his lab coat, the one with the too noticeable mustard stain on the lapel. At least, Riley figured it for mustard. Some of the other students had a different theory, except what they were thinking wouldn't be that yellow. But around here, anything could inspire whispered ridicule. Every little past indiscretion, real or rumored, could be dredged up to haunt you while you were walking through the halls. Even teachers weren't immune. Honestly, Riley didn't think Mr. Bardum was that bad. He fell into the category of teachers who no longer liked spending time with kids, but had an unkillable passion for their subject that Riley could appreciate. Mr. B could go on for hours about the wonders of evolution and the marvelous machine that is the human body, and don't even get him started on the carbon atom. Each year he found a few devotees, students who cared about science as much as he did, and that alone seemed to motivate him to make it to summer and come back again in the fall. That and being 4 years from retirement. Rumor had it he wanted to move to Key West so he could save the sea turtles and write his novel about a middle school science teacher who uses his superior intellect to solve crimes. Riley was not one of Mr. Bardum's devotees. Science was fine. Better than math, not quite as good as language arts. But it certainly wasn't something she felt passionate about. She was content to just sit quietly in her corner and earn her B without complaint. At least until the dissection unit came around. Then she decided to stand her ground. "I'm handing out your kits, which contain your specimen, your tray, and your tools. Do not touch the scalpel until I give you further instructions. Understood? I see anyone holding a blade before the frogs are properly mounted."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?